Ladies and gentlemen, my name is DJ Cassidy, and I'd like to welcome you all to Election Eve, live from the birthplace of America, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Tonight, we come together to organize for freedom, to organize for the future. This weekend alone, 90,000 volunteers knocked on over 3 million doors in all battleground states, including right here in Pennsylvania. Now we're knocking on the door of Election Day, ready to elect the next President of the United States, Kamala Harris. Tomorrow, we get out the vote. Tomorrow, we begin a new chapter in the American story. Tomorrow, we elect a president for all Americans. Tomorrow, we send Kamala Harris and Tim Walz to the White House. But first, we've got a very special night ahead. This is a night we are going to remember for the rest of our lives, before the most important election of our lives. Because tonight, we invite you to take part in the biggest Get Out the Vote rally in campaign history. We are here in the city of brotherly love and sisterly affection. And we are joined by thousands of our brothers and sisters, our friends and family, and our fellow Americans spread across the country. Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, Atlanta, Georgia, Raleigh, North Carolina, Phoenix, Arizona, Las Vegas, Nevada, and last but not least, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Now, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for our next Vice President? I said, are you ready for our next Vice President? Well, let's kick it up and jump it up to the Great Lakes, where earlier this evening, Wisconsin heard from two of America's teachers, Adrian Calvert, and the next Vice President of the United States, Governor Tim Walz. So let's make some noise as I pass the mic to Milwaukee.
I am Adrian Calvert, and as a teacher, I know this election is about our future. And tomorrow, we're forward with Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. Kamala Harris has the vision to lead this country. And in selecting Tim Walz, she showed that she has the judgment too. So, with that being said, he solves problems, inspires others to do their best, and fights for working families. Milwaukee, can you help him continue the fight in the White House? Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Are you ready for the next Vice President of the United States? Let me hear it. Let me hear it. Good. All right, everybody, let's give a warm welcome to Tim Walz.
Well, I was born in a small town Thank you to Adrian, a fellow teacher, for the kind introduction. And can we give it up to three of the best public servants in America, Governor Tony Evers, Senator Tammy Baldwin, Congresswoman Gwen Moore. Send Gwen and Tammy back to Washington. Hello, Milwaukee. I want to start tonight by thanking the love of my life, my wife, Gwen. And I'm grateful to my two kids, Hope and Gus, for coming along on this amazing journey. And I want to thank each and every one of you for coming out. You could have been anywhere tonight. You all showed up here tonight because you love America. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, as you probably know, there's a little election tomorrow. We get an opportunity tomorrow to shape the future for generations to come. We get the chance to elect a new generation of leadership and have Kamala Harris lead us in a new way forward. Now we're running like everything's on the line because it is. Look, what an incredible journey this last 107 days has been. Look at the movement that Kamala has built in that short amount of time. Now imagine what she'll do in 4 years. And I got to tell you, one of the best parts of this is she has brought back the joy to our politics. Look, this is a pretty amazing journey for me, too. A kid from Butte, Nebraska, and a kid from Oakland, California, now find themselves with the opportunity tomorrow to become the next president and vice president of the United States. I can't tell you how proud I am to be on this ticket with Kamala. From her very first day, from a prosecutor to a district attorney to the attorney general of the largest state in the nation to a United States senator and to vice president, she has had one client the entire time: the people of this country. This is a servant leader who stood up for women and children against predators and abusers. She stood up with seniors and workers against fraudsters and big corporate interests. And she stood with families and communities against transnational gangs and traffickers. And she never once hesitated to work across the aisle to improve the lives of Americans. When people came to her asking for help, she didn't ask if they were Democrat or Republicans. She simply said, "How can I help?" Now look, we get an opportunity together to build an economy that if you work hard, you don't just get by, you get ahead. And let's be clear about this. It does not matter if you're from a red state or a blue state, a big city or a small town. Everyone gets the shot to succeed in this country. That's a fight I'm proud to be part of. Look, I grew up in rural Nebraska. Population 400. Had 24 kids in my class. A bunch of cousins in there. But the thing you learn when you grow up in that small town is you understand what it means to take care of your neighbor. Same thing that happens when you grow up in a big town. You start to understand that you're neighbors and it matters, and we're all in this together, working towards the common good. Those are the values that animated Kamala and my service. That's the values that after tomorrow we'll be able to take to the White House for the rest of this day. And you saw on the National Mall what a president looks like and sounds like when she said she wants to be a president for all Americans, those who vote for us and those who don't. She and I both come from the middle class. We've lived this experience. We'll be relying on that experience every single day in the White House. That's why she said from day one, she'll be focused on lowering the cost of living for families and put more money back in the pockets of middle-class Americans. An opportunity agenda that makes housing more affordable, makes it easier to start a small business, makes it easier to care for our loved ones, and yeah, make this country more free. When Kamala and I talk about freedom, we mean the people should be free to make their own decisions about health care and who they love, not politicians. The freedom for our seniors to retire with dignity by strengthening Social Security and Medicare. And yeah, as a teacher and a dad, the freedom to send our kids to school without worrying they'll be shot dead in their classroom. Look, Wisconsin, I know guns. I'm a veteran. I'm a hunter. Kamala's a gun owner. We know we can uphold the Second Amendment, which we've always done, while also upholding our first responsibility, our children and their safety. Let me speak to the guys in this room. I want you to think about the women in your life that you love. Their lives are literally at stake in this election. More than 20 states now have abortion bans, and our daughters and those loved ones you're thinking of now have fewer rights than their mothers and grandmothers. When Congress passes a law to restore the right to choose, to make Roe the law of the land, President Harris will sign it into law. Because Kamala has said it, and we all know it. We are not going back. We are not going back, folks. So, Milwaukee, I'm here today on behalf of Kamala Harris and myself to humbly ask you for your votes. Elections tomorrow, and we're not taking anything for granted. Look, I did it for too many years to pass up the chance on this one. We're in the last 2 minutes of this game. This thing's tied, but we got the damn ball. We got the ball. We got the best quarterback in Kamala Harris. And we got the best team with the people right here in this room. There's gonna be a time, folks, as we get that last yard done, as we get this thing over. But here's the thing, I'll tell you what an opportunity in our time to be living in this moment, to be able to influence not just 4 years, but 40 years, to make a difference in people's lives, to improve their lives. And there's going to come a time for all of you. I know if you're young, you're not thinking it, but it will come. You're going to be sitting in that rocking chair on your porch, and you're going to be rocking away. And a little one's going to come up. They just came from school where they're learning the history of the 2024 presidential election in the United States. And they're going to wonder, what did you do during that election when you protected the American experiment, when the rule of law held, when the Constitution was the law of the land, when dictators and division and darkness were thrown out, and unity and hopeful and a new way forward were in. When everything was on the line, when that little one asked you, what did you do during that election? You're going to be able to answer, every damn thing I could. Every damn thing. 24 hours, Milwaukee, to a better future. 24 hours to President Harris. 24 hours to make a difference. So I know this state knows a little something about winning. So here's my ask of you. Wisconsin, win this thing for America. Let's go. Let's go.
Well, I was born in a small town, and I live in a small town. Paradise, small town, oh, small communities. All my friends live in a small town. My parents live in the same small town.
Please welcome actor, comedian, and television host, Cedric the Entertainer.
Hello, Pittsburgh! What's up? Y'all looking good, man. You're beautiful people tonight. How y'all feeling? You know, guys, our stories are different, but our purpose is already shared. Man, oh, my podium is off, man. It's deep. sorry, my words are really far from me now, so that wasn't supposed to happen. That's all good. What's up, y'all? Let's go. Hey, and look, our stories are different, but our purpose is shared, all right? We are here to be a part of the change. Y'all know that. We are here to choose a better future. We are here to elect Kamala Harris as the next president. Because America is ready for a new generation of leadership. A president who fights for the people, who leads with joy, who takes no nonsense. Talking about she's standing on business, y'all. A president who stands for freedom, justice, and opportunity. She is not a demagogue, and yet she is not demure. Is a president who sees in us, like Kamala Harris says, good people, hard-working people. A president who will lift us up and strengthen us by all of our communities, who will walk the walk and for all the citizens of this country and lead a better future for our daughters. So tonight, let's dance. And tomorrow, let's make history. Now, please help me welcome the next President of the United States. Y'all show some love, Kamala Harris.
Cedric the Entertainer! Hey, everyone! We're doing it. Pittsburgh! Are we ready to do this? Are we ready to vote? Are we ready to win? Oh, it is good to be here tonight with all these leaders. I thank you all so very much. I want to thank Representatives Lee, DeLuzio. Let's send them back to the U.S. House of Representatives. Please send Bob Casey back to the United States Senate. And I thank everyone for being here and taking the time out of your busy lives to be here this evening. I love you back. I love you back. I love you back. All right, so Pittsburgh, this is it. Tomorrow is Election Day. Tomorrow is Election Day. And the momentum is on our side. Our campaign has tapped into the ambitions, the aspirations, and the dreams of the American people. And we know it is time for a new generation of leadership in America. And I am ready to offer that leadership as the next President of the United States. But we still got some work to do. Because look, the race is not over and we must finish strong. So listen, here's the thing about the hard work. We like hard work. Hard work is good work. Hard work is joyful work. And make no mistake, we will win. We will win. We will win. We will win. And we will win because when you know what you stand for, you know what to fight for. And we have an opportunity in this election to finally turn the page on a decade of politics driven by fear and division. We are done with that. We're done. We're done. We're exhausted with it. And Pittsburgh, we are not going back. We're not going back. We're not going back. And we are not going back because America is ready for a fresh start. And we are ready for a president who knows the true measure of a leader is not based on who you beat down, it is based on who you lift up. And instead of stewing over an enemy's list, I will spend every day working on my to-do list, full of priorities to improve your life, because ours is not a fight against something, it is a fight for something. It is a fight for the future, and it is a fight for freedom. Like the fundamental freedom of a woman to make decisions about her own body and not have her government tell her what to do. And when Congress passes a bill to restore reproductive freedom nationwide, as President of the United States, I will proudly sign it into law. Proudly. Proudly. So, America, I am asking for your vote. I am asking for your vote. And here is my pledge to you. As president, I pledge to seek common ground and common sense solutions to the challenges you face. I am not looking to score political points. I am looking to make progress. I pledge to listen to those who will be impacted by the decisions I make. And we are not going back. And here's the thing, guys. We are fighting for a democracy. We are fighting for a democracy. And in a democracy, true leadership understands that the leader listens to the experts and listens to people who disagree with them. I will listen to people who disagree with me because I do not believe that people who disagree with me are the enemy. In fact, I will give them a seat at the table. That is what real leaders do. That is what strong leaders do. And I pledge to always put country above party and self, and to be a president for all Americans. So, Pittsburgh, that is my pledge to you. And to you I ask then, who here has a plan to vote? Fantastic. Okay, so help spread the word then. Polls are open here in Pennsylvania tomorrow from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. You know that. Go to iwillvote.com for all the information you need, including where and when to vote and where to drop off your mail ballot, because we need everyone to vote, Pennsylvania. You will make the difference in this election. You will make the difference. And friends, listen, we are all here together because we love our country. We love our country. And when you love something, you fight for it. And I do believe it is one of the highest forms of patriotism. I love you back. Love you back. And one of the highest forms of our love of our country is to then fight for the ideals of our country and to fight to realize the promise of America. So Pittsburgh, listen, we got one day left to get this done. So now we work to get out the vote. Let's reach out in these next 24 hours to family and friends and classmates and neighbors and coworkers. And as we do that, let us really be true to what our campaign has been about from the very start. And on that, I say, please let us be intentional about building community. Let us be intentional about building coalitions. Because here's the thing. So much about these last several years has been about trying to make people point their fingers at each other, to have Americans point their fingers at each other, to try and make people feel alone or feel small. But let us do the work as we work toward this win of building up community and coalition and reminding everyone that we have so much more in common than what separates us. Let that be our goal. And let us remind everyone, your vote is your voice, and your voice is your power. So one last time, Pittsburgh, I ask you, are you ready to make your voices heard? Do we believe in freedom? Do we believe in opportunity? Do we believe in the promise of America? And are we ready to fight for it? And when we fight, we win. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America. God bless you.